I'm a pilot on the Columbia River Bar, which is the entrance to the Columbia River, Astoria, Oregon. Every port in the world has a harbor pilot or sea pilot, and the purpose is to safely get the ships in and out of the port without running aground or having an oil spill or hitting a dock or a bridge. Depends on each port is a little bit different. To become a Columbia River Bar pilot, which I am, you have to have sailed as captain of a merchant ship in the ocean for at least 2 years. So that means a whole career of being a port officer to work your way up to captain and say captain.
Okay.
So some other ports, you can do the same kind of thing working on tugboats, or there's some ports on the East Coast where you can start right out of high school as an apprentice on the pilot boats and work your way up through the pilot boats. Before I was a bar pilot, I worked for 24 years on ships at sea, different kinds of ships, anywhere from dredges for the Army Corps of Engineers to ships carrying military cargo to the Persian Gulf. There are times, though, even last night, we had waves up to 22 feet last night. But when it gets big enough, a lot of times we'll stop moving ships because it gets too dangerous.
Yeah.
So we did that last night. We didn't move any ships last night. Some of the other times we stopped moving ships because it was too dangerous. We have a wave buoy out there that measures wave heights. We measured one as high as 54 feet.
Wow.
Anywhere from dredges for the Army Corps of Engineers to ships carrying military cargo to the Persian Gulf. Some ships I was on carried grain to Africa for giveaway programs.
Oh, cool.
Somali pirates changed the game. They actually are taking the ship and the crew hostage and holding them until the company pays them a whole lot more money. Like, the pirates that I dealt with, a ship might have $40,000 or $50,000 on the ship that they could get, which is a lot of money. But the Somali pirates, if they hold a whole ship, a tanker loaded with oil and all of its crew, they're getting somewhere on the lines of $2 or $3 million in a ransom to return these ships and crew. Yeah, so it gets a lot more dangerous when they're actually holding hostages.
Right. Have you ever?
And it's gotten dangerous enough now. The Somali pirates, the ones that actually go out on the water, they go out with enough fuel and water to get out there to take over a ship, and they don't have enough to get back. So they're very desperate to take over a ship. Otherwise, they won't survive in the ocean. Looked like a glow-in-the-dark ball underwater. It was a really big ball. It was right in front of the ship. We ran the ship into it, and it exploded and looked like fireworks underwater. What we learned what it was a school of squid, and there was phosphorescence in the water, so they were all glowing. It's all a little bit different.